Two juggernauts, both household names here for Pokemon Unite. This is super important for both of these teams. But everybody, every territory, right? We've got GG, that's Gaimin Gladiators, going up against IX Gaimin, and I am Dr. Kendo, father of the Unite casting scene. Feel free to subscribe if this is your thing. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Ready Go, and we got Lutano. That was kind of the first noticeable thing, right? Is Lutano playing as the Trevenant. And so, the question is, now maybe we should actually back up. We are in Game 2 right now, just about midway through the bracket, you could say. Essentially, whichever one of these teams loses is going to be going down into the loser's bracket, and we see these early goals right here. Lutano, of course, also OG was taken. Ladies and gentlemen, wonderful pickup when IX Gaimin had OG was taken. This would have been so long ago, but it's, you know, really definitely top 5, top 4 Lucario players, at least for NA, at least for North America. Toon, of course, using our Cramorant, and we got Rin right here as the Dragonite. And so this is, I mean, really it's interesting, right? Because we obviously are mirror matching with our Chanseys, and of course IX Gaming, we are going to lose Chansey over there on that side. And then we got the mirror Hoopas, of course, as well. But look at the team comps for everybody else. Goof kind of going back to the old days with that Bulbasaur, rocking the Venusaur game. This was something, if you would have watched Goof just maybe during most of the first season, if not all of it, you know, Goof was often playing that Venusaur, of course. Pikachu at the time wasn't as viable. That would have been his pick, of course, if it had worked out, right, in his favor. Notice the Slugfest going up on the top path, actually. Lutano really dropping low, and that was the thing about Trevenant that we were going to discuss as he gets KO'd, is that did we need a little bit more bulk? Did we need some beef here? This Gaimin Gladiators team has some of the beef, right? We got the meats, but look at that Nudo now going down. So that was another one we were going to talk about, is running that Absol, and that's what we've seen. It's Nudo there for IX Gaming, and of course this is not IX GT. I mean, that's obvious, right? We got the IX OGs, the IX Gaming team, and so with It's Nudo being that Absol, you know, you gotta shut it down obviously before it gets too crazy, and it's just kind of that hit or miss game, right? Because if you get an Absol that snowballs, that's gonna be tough for you, but I think that that's a little bit more of an uphill battle, you know, so it's not like the easiest thing to start snowballing like crazy with Absol unless you are really solid or unless the other team is really not solid. Does that make sense? I mean, it's like, that might be really just the obvious, but here, notice this. That's kind of what you want to do with Absol. It looks like actually catching Goof, really, if you can pick them off on that, like, outside of the pack, right? And so Toon was actually very, very close to that, so it was a little bit dangerous where you got Toon on your tail and you don't really realize it, but still able to get that KO within the nick of time, right? And so anything you can do right now to stagger the pathway for that Ivysaur now to Goof to become Venusaur, you got to do it if you're this IX team right there on orange. And look at this. Now I think we're starting to see it, right? Absol gonna be thriving on these KOs right here. And we got that big team fight skirmish right here at the bottom path's goal, that T1 goal, in a little bit of danger, not by score just yet. Notice it has been dunked on, but the territory in general, I mean, look at this. We've got 4 from IX Gaming making this advance, and now back to 3 Gladiators, but we were seeing them fall a little bit. And so Indie Bear playing as that support, playing as that Hoopa, if you can pick him off, it's really nice. I mean, you have maybe a less beefy target to hit. Zug standing strong with that tank is trying to get in your way and stop that. But then there's the Draco Impact. Are you kidding me, you guys? So IX Gaming, I mean, they are looking so solid in this orange team. Look, because not only was that team fight really in their favor down here on this bottom path, and that goal is knocked way down, but they also can secure the Dreadnought with no contest. You could consider that whole fight maybe a little bit of a contest, but really, IX Gaming, you're looking solid already, and we are just about to be 6 minutes on the clock. More like 6:30, but all right. Lutano was staying strong the whole time. I mean, if somebody's going to be off laning, it's usually Lutano, but you always have to weigh. Was that the decision? Was that what we wanted? And it can go your way or not. I mean, there's disadvantages and advantages, right? But now Rotom is going to be the objective to look at. Notice that we had Gaimin Gladiators. What? IX Gaming going to be coming in right there with the steal on the Rotom too. This, I mean, we knew IX Gaming, the OG IXs, we knew that they were definitely a solid team. Are you serious right now? The Midnight Slash right here from Absol just going to be turning everything around. Look at this, getting right up in there. This is aggressive play, and it is paying off. Gosh, Nudo, you are insane, man. We're just fine, right, if we're IX. Sending Gaimin Gladiators all over the map. I mean, there was that assault on the top path that we couldn't even finish talking about. And notice this, I mean, the 40 dunks, those tier 1s they're going to be out of there, right? If that top path, that goal wasn't broken, I believe it is. Okay, so yes, we are now down both tier 1s for GG. The reason I am in disbelief is probably like many of you out there. We know Gaimin Gladiators. We know they've been training hard for this. They were the top team for all of Season 1. Won plenty of their fair share of tournaments in Season 2, Season 3, you know? Just all throughout their time, they were just sort of known as these, like, juggernauts. I guess we shouldn't use past tense language language, but we're seeing from IX Gaming, oh gosh, Indie Bear, I mean, caught up, obviously. Okay. So you can hear that sigh from me. I mean, that was really just the series of unfortunate events that led to that. Obviously, IX Gaming is all over it, so it may not be chalked up to like dumb luck. It was like right time, right place, calculated out by IX Gaming. Knowing Indie Bears in that central area could have made maybe just a little bit of a ruckus. We are going to see the Forests. They become cursed right here, and you know what else is cursed is just Lutano. Amazing player now being brought down by 2 IX Gaming, and they're going to secure the Dread. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an absolutely wonderful, dare I say it, like perfect game from IX Gaming. There is no like exactly perfect game, but if you want that near perfect display of Pokemon Unite, I mean, you're going up against the Gaimin Gladiators. Incredible, devastating force in NA, and yet here we are with a lead that's just almost 200 points, and we're at 4 minutes 20 seconds. Yes, 420. But this orange squad, I mean, they brought down both T1 goals, top and bottom path, looking to just be dominant. They've gotten both Dreadnought at this point. They got the Rotom objective earlier. When we look at those levels too, I mean, notice Rin, of course, is that Dragonite. Notice Nudo. They are breaking ahead of the pack. Also, OG was taken. You have 3 amazing players right there, and they are all steps ahead. I mean, Zug still at level 9, Indy at level 9 right here. This has got to feel painful if you are the Gaimin Gladiators. I really don't like to say stuff like that too much, as it seems like you're rubbing it in, but I think this was the shocker for us all, right? So many people probably, if this was live streamed, I mean, it's live commentated, but I'm saying if this was live streamed, like, you would all probably be in the chat saying this, right? And so the close combats are down, then the Aura Cannon right there from OG, and it looks like they are just going to continue this wrath. I mean, what? IX Gaming, and now Goof, no choice but sent on the run. The thing that I can't believe, you know, it's not that IX Gaming is victorious so far, it's that IX Gaming is playing just so solid. It's every move. I mean, every move has been blocking, besting GG almost at every turn, almost at every single stage of this match. That's just insane. And so we got Zug, we got Toon trying to create this resistance right now from the Rotom. You've got swarms of bees, though, in IX Gaming. These Murder Hornets, they were there for those bees that came up, take all that experience, put the pressure on them, because GG has to contend with this Rotom. They had to pull people off of other objectives. Let's say, you know, we could potentially see a rotation to Dreadnought, but I'm not even sure that that's in the cards. I mean, look, Indie Bear now kind of in that central area for GG, so they're not even really rotating for that. They've been trying to adjust on the fly, but look at what is happening. I mean, clearly, the score is 304 to 48. We got 2 minutes and 30 almost left, and that hyperspace hole on the goal, that could mean IX Gaming is gonna now take down the Gladiators up top. I mean, look at how they fall! IX Gaming, the IX OGs, you are cracked. I mean, there is finally a drop from OG was taken there on the top path. It was Lutano. You're able to do some damage right there and able to just try to pick off one of these IX Gaming players. But then on the flip side, it's not going to be without punishment, right? I mean, we've got Lutano just fighting for his life, and the odds are all, of course, stacked against him. Nudo. We got Pika Diff. Props to some of the Gladiators for getting up to level 12 at this point, but you still have your level 14s, your 13s on IX Gaming. They have just been looking solid as we enter into the final stretch, my friends, and notice that positioning. IX Gaming, you are insane, man. This positioning puts GG really at an impasse. It's like they can't go through choke. They can't come up through the bottom. I have never seen GG on the run like this, just giving them the run around, basically, is what I mean, where every move that they throw at IX Gaming seems to fail for the most part. I guess not every single last one, because we're talking in hyperboles, but like seriously, it's just so many of these moves, so many of these strategies. IX Gaming has been able to shut them down, and ladies and gentlemen, this is now where you have lots of GG dropping. You have the hyperspace holes, but looks like IX Gaming, I mean, they're really trying to bring that zap down when they can take advantage. And now Indie Bear out of there. It's just disgusting. It's Nudo with that KO streak of 3. IX Gaming will take the zap. It looks like they are going to send the Gaimin Gladiators onto the losers bracket unless Gaimin Gladiators can figure something out. You've got to take all these IX players out before the Hundo Duncan, but no, Hundo Duncan Unite runs on Hundos, ladies and gentlemen. This is where IX Gaming is going to further that there is no comeback. We have less than a minute. We have less than 50 seconds now. And still, you got 5 IX Gaming members standing. They are still standing. They are still fighting. Gladiators, I salute you, but IX Gaming, death will not be smiling upon you this day, it looks like, cuz 798. Finally, OG was taken, brought down, but after all of that, I am in disbelief, you guys, that it was this massive. This point difference, the strategies, just everything about this match. This was absolutely how you take down the Juggernauts. And how do they do it? Well, you really don't want to be negative, but they did play as the better team. They had every single moment to be a step ahead. And this is the thing that I can't always quantify. You know, when I'm telling people, like, how do you beat Gaimin Gladiators when they're on a roll? And they are going to be doing that dance, that song and dance of respect, basically, that says, hey, this is over and we know it. But like I say, it's like there are some things you can say about taking down Gaimin Gladiators or something more quantifiable, but this is not it. IX Gaming just coming out with 798 as the final score to 48 for Gaimin Gladiators. And like I was trying to say and finish up, there are a few strategies, but this came down to just every strategy. This came down to every step of the game. Look at how many goals were being scored. It was the team comp for IX. It was the strategy. It was the gameplay. Mechanical, mental, everything was on point. That's how you bring down the Gaimin Gladiators. That's how you bring down a Juggernaut. So that sends GG down into the losers bracket. Click an end screen to see another one. And thanks for viewing.